What I would put in my Curseborne game based on it is an outsider threat, and the outsider is another thing we will get onto in a minute. If you're more familiar with some of Stephen King's later works, the outsider is another very good one that's very Curseborne-y. But let's look at it right now. So the idea of an extraplanar being that is not only lurking beneath a town but has basically infested the town with its negativity is something I find so exquisitely Curseborne. And it doesn't even have to be the setting that you tend to use for your Curseborne games. It doesn't have to be their town. It can indeed be a town they are visiting. I mentioned in my previous Curseborne video the plot hook of a character goes missing and that inspires them to investigate. I think you can still use that, but have that character go missing from somewhere that they don't come from. Introduce them to an alien environment, in other words, a foreign town, a town one state over, where they haven't been before, where things are just amiss. The uncanny, unsettling, Royston Vasey feel of entering a place where people look at you weirdly because you're not from around here, where you just can't get served without demanding it because you're not a local, where you choose the wrong parking space and offend someone completely inadvertently, where you ask the wrong question and are hastened out of the store, where you go to visit the house of the person who's gone missing and you find out that it's been empty for months, and yet you last heard from him a week ago, so where is he? I think the way Derry, the town in it, is presented is perfect for that. And you can very easily use Derry as the setting of a Curseborne game, because the way people act in Derry, especially when they reach adulthood, is a form of ignorant abuse. You have the ignorants, the people who will just constantly turn the other way and even forget about the horrors that are going on in their town. People being brutally murdered, children being ripped apart next to a storm drain, and no one ever really coming to a conclusion as to how or why or who is behind it. The events that occur with kids, like, hell, even the dreadful character of Patrick Hockstetter, who is basically taken away and consumed by Pennywise. You don't ever hear about Hockstetter's parents, putting out a report to report him missing. They're putting his face on milk cartons or anything like that. In Derry, that kind of thing is very swiftly forgotten. And it becomes more intimate, the abuse side of things, when you start examining the family setups, when you start seeing how parents are treating their children, where you start seeing how spouses are treating their partners. It's a really curse-laden town,